the Grand Ayatollah Sistani issued a statement which was read on his behalf in the first gathering of the Shia and Sunni scholars in the city of Najaf itself. Let me just present to you some of the important parts where he says, and this was read on his behalf in that gathering in Najaf itself, where he says, أنا أحب الجميع والدين هو المحبة. Addressing the assembly of the Shia and Sunni scholars in Iraq at a time when there was unrest in the country between the two groups. He says, I love all of you. وَالدِّينُ هُوَ الْمُحَبَّةِ. Religion is nothing but love. And and these are not his own words. Actually, if you look at some of the sayings that we have from our Aimma, they describe religion as love. أعجب كيف استطاع الأعداء أن يفرق بين المذاهب الإسلامية. And he says, keeping this in mind, I'm surprised how the enemies have succeeded in creating division among the Islamic sects. لا بد للشيعة أن يدافع عن حقوق الاجتماعية والسياسية للسنة قبل أبناء السنة أنفسهم. This might be a radical statement, but think about it. He says the Shias should defend the socio-political rights of the Sunnis before even the Sunnis themselves stand for their defense. Because we are all one. It is the duty of the Shias that wherever they see the violation of the rights of the Sunnis, not wait for them to rise and cry, rather to stand up in their defense. إن خطابنا هو الدعوة إلى الوحدة. Our message basically is the call for unity. And then he says, وَكُنْتُ لَا وَلَا أَذَالْ أَقُولُ لَا تَقُولُ إِخْوَانُنَا السُّنَّةِ بَلْ قُولُ أَنفُسَنَا أَحْلَ السُّنَّةِ. Now this is the translation is not really accurate in the Mahar news which has come out. He says, in my message, which is the message of unity, he says, I have always said, do not say our Sunni brethren. Don't use the word ikhwan. Rather say Sunnis are ourselves. They are us and we are them. Do not discriminate. وَنَحْنُ لَا نُفَرِّقُ. And we do not discriminate between Arabiyyun wa Kurdiyyun, keeping the Iraqi context in mind, between the Arabs or the Kurds, because Islam is the one which gathers all together. And then referring to what happened during the days of Saddam, he says, وَالْمَقَابِلَ الْجَمَاعِيَّةِ طَالَتِ السُّنَّةِ كَمَا طَالَتِ الشِّيعَةِ. Talking about the mass graves which were discovered after the downfall of Saddam, he says, the mass graves didn't only have Shias in there or only Sunnis. Both communities were suffering under Saddam. He says the mass graves has drawn out the Shias and the Sunnis alike. And I am with all when they demand their rights. And earlier he had mentioned especially about that gathering in Najaf. He says, these gatherings and meetings are important and useful. And through them, we will come to know that there are no major issues between us. We have differences, ikhtilafat, but we can still live with one another. And the points of variance in fiqhi matters are to be found even among the followers of one sect. And we are united as far as the Kaaba is concerned, the Salat is concerned, the Sawm is concerned. We are all one on the same page. And so it's an important, message that he's giving out, keeping the situation in the Muslim world at the moment, that, it is important for leaders on the both sides to realize we are not talking about unification of the madahib. That's impossible. We are talking about having this respect for one another. Respect for one another as one another. He says, do not even say brother. Say we are all one. And if there is an issue of violation of rights of one, the other should stand up before the one who has been violated, asks for his or her own right.
عند الإمام السيد السيستاني أدام الله وجوده، وكان الحديث في شركة إخواننا من أهل السنة العرب، فقال: ما مضمونه اشركوهم ولا تقولوا أنهم إخوانكم، قولوا أنفسكم وتعاملوا معهم بهذه الطريقة.
چون مسئله شیعه و سنی است، میخواهند اختلاف ایجاد کنند، میخواهند تمایز و خطکشی به وجود بیاورند. هیچ فرقی نیست بین اون مسلمانانی و مؤمنینی که به این مذهب یا اون مذهب اسلامی گرایش دارند، تفاوتی وجود ندارد. وجه مشترک همه اسلام است، وجه مشترک همه امت اسلامی است، وحدت امت اسلامی است.